Hello world, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. So this is a fourth part of our tutorial series, and in this series we are creating a news website in Django. So in this part we will discuss about Django templates, that how to load templates and how to fetch the data from database in our templates. So here we are using our SQLite database and we have defined all our models. So we will fetch the data with model from database. So in our template we will fetch the news data, we will fetch the category data, and we will fetch the news detail data with comments. So let's start the tutorial. So first of all, here I want to discuss about that how Django load the templates. So suppose user request this URL. So this is our localhost URL. So suppose user request this URL. Now whenever URL requested in browser, then Django find that related URL in our app urls.py. Now we have app url.py. We have defined that what to perform when this URL will requested, and that what to perform logic will exist in our views.py file. So suppose suppose user request the task URL. So we have registered a task URL route in our urls.py, and then in urls.py file, this method will perform the task. This task method will perform the task in views.py file. So we will create this, that when user request the route URL, then then what we want to perform. So this is our home page template. So this is our home page template, and we want to fetch the data, we want to fetch the news data and then category wise data in our home template. So let's start this. So first of all, the first thing that we need to do, first of all we will define the path in our application level urls.py file. So I am starting from urls.py. First of all we will open our application folder, and then we will write this code from Django urls import path, and define a variable, and this variable name will be same. This variable we can't change the variable name url pattern. So this is a standard variable name in urls.py file, so we can't change this name. So I want to load root, and I want to load this method in views file. I want to load actually home method in views file, and the name is home. So I will access the home with the help of URL helper in template. I will show you. So I have defined the name. This is optional. This is optional. So from dot import views. So I will here in my views.py file, I will define the method, define the function actually, define the function request, and in this function I will load the template, and this render will accept the two arguments. The first is request and the second is template name. Now this render function will look the template in the templates folder in our application. So we will create a home.html. In first of all, we will create a templates folder. Then in this templates folder we will create a home.html. So in home.html I will load this template, this simple template. So this is home page. Now I need to register the application URL in our project level URL. So what I will do, I will open the project level URL file, and here I have import this include function, and then I want to load at root my, that when the user access the main URL of the website, then I want to load main dot URL. So this is your application name and this is your file name URL. So now I will start the server, restart the actual server. So this is creating a error that no modules main has been found. So what it means? It means we need to register. We have registered already our application in install. So why not it is loading our urls.py file? So actually we have created our urls.py file in wrong place. So here we will do urls.py. Actually I have created in some other folder. So now I will restart the server, and the server is running fine. Now I will load this. Actually this is our template. I will load the, so here you can see that this is loading our home page. Okay, so now I will copy this home page in our at our home template. So what I will do, I will open my one more text editor and open my index template and paste in home template, and here I will, so I am including a header and footer file. So here I will not including anything, and I need to remove the PHP tags. I need to remove the PHP tags, and actually I have created this in PHP, this template in PHP. So yeah, so this is fine now. So here you can see that no image is coming, and nothing is in style. So what we will do, so in our template I have created a header and footer, and every template I include header and footer. So in Django what will we do, we will create a base template. So this base template, we will actually create a common template. So common means that our header and footer will be same, and other templates will load in our base template. So base.html, in base template I will define my header and footer. So let's define the header and footer. this is header and footer. And now, so please make attention that now we are going to, so here we are going to create a block content and block, and the same here, title, home page and block. So actually I am making a I am creating a template for our a static template to make it dynamic. So this whenever we will extend the base template, then we can change the title. We will load the other templates in between header and footer, so that we are creating a home base.html template, or you can say common template. I will remove this. Now this is fine. Yeah, now in our home template I will extend this base template, extends base.html, and I will also define the blog content. So this will be my blog content, and it will append between the header and footer. So end blog. Now let's see the our home page. So currently our home page is not changing anything because we have not added any uh, so these are bootstrap.min.file jQuery, so we have not defined the static path for this. So in Django we need to load the one more tag. That tag is known as static, and it will load these files from in our application static folder. So we will copy all our assets in our static folder, and now we will give the path. So here we will static, and it will load the vendor. So with the help of this function, this tag, we can load the assets from our static folder. We can load the JS file, CSS file from the static folder. So I hope you are understanding all the things. If you are not getting anything, then please comment that. So please comment which step you are facing a problem. So we have defined our static path, and we need to define, yeah, so this will be okay. So where is the problem? It is saying that you are not fine. So So let's start the let's restart the server. So you can see that our template is loading now, but the images is not coming. So for the images, what we will do, so this is an important step, so please make attention on this also. So what we will do, so for loading images create a we need to create a media folder at root. At root means our project in we are not in application, we are not in project folder. We will create a media folder at root, and then go to our urls.py file, and here I will take reference from my other project, and I will define what we need to do. We need to let's wait a minute. We will add this functionality. We will import the settings, and we will import the static path, and we will add with our concatenate with our url, so that we can access the image path as a url. And now we will define the setting, this media url and this media root. So what we will do, we will open our project level setting file and define the media root and media url. So we will open our project level setting file and define the media root and media urls. So here we have defined it. So now I will close my reference. So now we have created a media folder. Now we will op now we need to add some images in that media folder, so that we can show the images. So one.jpg, we need a one.jpg. So we will uh, copy copy the image. So here we will find the image, let's say one.jpg, and we will define in media. So here one.jpg. Yeah, so now we need to define media. Let's see this. We need to restart the server. So where the image is coming, home.html media images one.jpg, actually not images, media. So here you can see that the image is coming now. So similarly we will fetch the images from the media folder in our template. So now the time to fetch the news in our template. So currently I have created a home template only. So I will close all the things and I'll just open the views.py file. Now we will focus on views.py file, and first of all we will import our model. So which model we will import? We will import our news model. Okay, so in news model, so let's see what we need in our home template. So in the uh, after the menu bar we need a two section. The first is our first news, and the right section, in the right section we will fetch the second, third, fourth news. So we need to fetch four news: first, second, third, fourth. So what we will do, so here we will, let's say first news, first news. So what we will do, we will news dot objects dot first. So this will fetch the first news, and now we will fetch first, we will fetch three news. We will fetch three news for our second section, for this section. So what we will do, we will pass the offset. So the offset will be start from 1 because we want to skip the first one. So first, and this will be a limit. So what, the limit will be 3. So here the first news and the three news from starting from 1 means we are skipping 0. So with the help of this dictionary we will pass the news in the template. We will pass the data in template. So three news. So now we will open our home.html file, and in the left section we will fetch the news. So what we will do here, we will, with the help of this double curly braces, we will fetch first news dot title. So let's see this. So you can see that this is first news. Okay, now we will add the URL. So if you remember, here we will add the URL detail, and we will add first news dot id. So id is our default field name, which means our primary key. So at this URL we will fetch our news detail. We have not registered this URL in our urls.py, but we will register soon. And now we will make our image dynamic also. So here we will do this. So let's see what the name of the image field. Open our models.py, and the name of this is image. So here we will add an image, and this will be load from our media folder and replace the alt tag with our news title. Okay, so now we are ready to, now we have fetched the first data in our home template, and we need to define here images folder, and in images folder, so here we have defined our images folder because we have uh, in model we have defined that our image will upload in images folder, and in our URL we have defined the media path. So the path will be media slash images slash the image name, so that we have defined a image folder. So let's see, so let's add some news in our admin panel. So go to our admin panel. So here I'm in my admin panel. I will delete the news that we have created and add some news that this is sports news 1, and this is sports news 1 detail, and here I will choose the image. I will choose let me find this. So here I will choose the free images, where the free images is. Yeah, here free images, and I will choose the 3 by 3 flower images. Let's see, not flower images. I will choose travel images. So let's see this image. So save and add another news. Let's say education. So this is education news 1, and in education I will load the books template. Save. So now we have added two news. Now let's check this. So here we have not seen anything because let me check that we have added a, so the image, we have uploaded the images in images folder, and let's check this home.html media images. So name is coming, image is not coming. Yeah, we need to remove the slash from front end. Actually this image is so large, so big, we need to change it with our some any I will change the 800 by this and add this. We will add car image. Now this is fine. So I have changed the image with 800 by 400 size. Now we are loading data from database in our template. So till now we have created our template and loading the data in templates. So now we will make this dynamic also right section. So we have already add the data in 3 news variable. So what we will do, so this method will give a list. So what we'll need to do is we will uh, add a loop for news in 3 news, and this I have defined the three boxes. I will remove it, and here and 4, and now we will in loop, and I will copy this image tag from top and add here, and change the variable news with news, and here I will define news dot title, and here I will change the URL detail news dot id. So let's check this. So this is education news, and it is fetching the second news from our database. So you can see that this is our second news, and this is start from our second news, and the first news in the left section, and in the right section we are fetching the news from after the first. So now let's add some more news. So let's add some more news. Add, this is sports news also, and detail. Let's add the template. This, see, refresh this. So now you can see that here we are getting the news now. So this template become dynamic, and now we need to fetch the category date. Now we need to fetch the news according to the categories. So what we will do, we will fetch the categories. We will fetch first three categories. So we will fetch first three categories. So three categories. So I will find the first three. So 0 to 3. Yeah, start from 0, and here I will add category. So three categories. Now I will make this dynamic. So what we will do, so here I will start the for loop for category in three categories, and 4, and in the category we will name the category name here, category dot title. So let's check this. So it is giving category is not defined because we have not loaded the category model in our view file. Check this again. So here you can see that we have sports, education. So now we will fetch this news from sports category. So please attention on this, that we need to fetch the, we are in category loop, and now we need a loop to fetch the news. So what we will do, so here we will do, so in the model we have defined the relationship between news and category. You can see that. So category in news model we have defined the foreign key relationship. So with the help of this relation we will fetch the news. So here what we will do that I will remove the boxes that I have created statically, 4 boxes, and now we have one box of news. Now what we will do, we will for news in category dot news. I think I should make this cover in our next part. So I will cover this in our next part. So till now we have already fetched our data in that home template, and we have successfully created a template. So in next part I will complete this home template, and I will fetch the news data in from our category loop. So thank you so much. Please subscribe this channel, please share this channel. So please comment in the comment box that you understand anything, or you understand something. If you understand, then it will be very good. If you are not understanding something, then please comment that what you need to help from me. So thank you very much. So let's meet in the next video.